Offering the right cure requires first the right diagnosis. And here's the diagnosis of what's happening right now in our world. What is happening in corporate America, what is happening in girls' sports, what is happening on college campuses and in public schools as it relates to the gender confusion and sexual perversion and the woke agenda is complete and utter madness. It needs to be understood. That's what it is. It is madness. Look, when Target is selling women's bathing suits that are tuck-friendly, okay? Tuck-friendly? Do we really need this, ladies? No, you don't. That's madness. And for their Pride Month, Target has partnered with a clothing line called Aprelin, a London-based company which is headed by a transgender Satanist named Eric Carnell. The development of all this came from this guy who's a self-identified Satanist. Last year, Carnell wrote, this guy, he's a transgender. I honestly don't know what his biological sex is because I sometimes get confused. Which way did you transgender? I don't even know. So I'm not trying to be funny. I honestly don't know. But regardless, let me tell you what he posted, what Carnell posted on his company's Instagram page last year. Quote, "Being called a demon is something I can cope with, and the idea of a trans demon is pretty blank cool. Most of my work focuses on gothic or dark and satanic imagery juxtaposed with bright colors and LGBT plus positive messages." This is who Target partnered with. Now, Target apparently has since either moved his display to the back or severed. I'm not sure what the relationship is now, but now Carnell is mad at Target's response. But this is madness. When North Face has a guy with a mustache wearing a rainbow dress as their spokesman, inviting people to explore the outdoors where there will be, quote, hiking, community, art, lesbians, and lesbians making art, end quote, that's madness. When Disney has a guy with a mustache wearing a dress and welcoming little girls into the enchanted chamber, that's madness. When Kohl's targets children and infants to promote the LGBTQ agenda with these outfits, that's madness. When approved reading material in the school system is so pornographic that when parents read excerpts of the approved reading material at public school board meetings, and the school board people tell those parents to stop reading it because it's inappropriate, but yet somehow it's appropriate for the children to read, that's what? That's madness. When biological boys and men are allowed to compete in girls' and women's sports and rob them of victories and use their bathrooms, that's madness. Whatever happened to Title IX? What happened to the feminists who were always championing the cause of women, but now they're silent? And then you have NCAA swimmer Riley Gaines speaking out against it, and she's canceled and assaulted when she went to speak at San Francisco State University, and she has to have bodyguards to rescue her from the woke mob. That's madness. By the way, we've been in touch with Riley Gaines. She almost made it here today, but she will be coming. She will be coming here to Cornerstone. And let's bring it closer to home. When churches are flying the rainbow flag and affirming sexual sin, that is madness. There was a lady who attends our church who lives over in Vienna. She was driving here and took a picture of the billboard of a church in Vienna, texted it to Pam on our staff. It was Emmaus United Church of Christ, and their billboard reads this. This is what it's there right now as I speak. It says this, quote, "Drag Story Hour, Sunday, June 4th, today, 12 noon." At that church. They ought to take the word church out of their name. It's not a church. When the LA Dodgers invite, uninvite, and then invite again to Dodger Stadium an anti-Christian hate group called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, whose motto is, quote, "Go forth and sin more," that's madness. This group that I'm talking about is a group of men who dress up as nuns. They got an award at Dodger Stadium, and in their performance, I didn't even put a picture of the worst part of the performance. Just this guy here who's, simulating Jesus on a cross. There was another guy who did a pole dance around him, doing homosexual acts, all suggestive stuff, while this guy, portraying in an evil way Christ on the cross, is hanging there. This is madness.